Hey everybody, Monika Buerger here from the Academy of Neurodevelopmental Practices, and I want to talk to you about one of your frustrations, because I hear it all the time. I hear it, I see it on social media, I get it, I understand. And one of the biggest frustrations I see with chiropractors that want to build a family and pediatric-based practice is, I work with mom and dad, maybe through preconception, the prenatal period. They bring a little fiddle fart in once or twice after they arrive to this world, and then they drop out. Or the adults continue, but they don't continue to bring the baby in. And I see that over, and people reach out to me like, how can I make this transition? Those little fiddle farts really need us, and they do. You're right on that. They need our love, our care, and our hands and our healing ability. But how do we make that transition happen? First of all, one of the first things you need to know is you need to really understand what is the tie between vertebral subluxations and a healthy or a skewed developing nervous system. How does that happen? How can I talk to my parents and explain that? So you do need to understand that connection. You need to understand what is typical presentation of neurodevelopment versus atypical. And what does it mean? You need to, what I say, you need to have a keen eye exam, a keen eye ability to see this isn't jiving, this motor movement pattern, the abnormal progressive or lack of progressive stages of tummy time. Yeah, there's different stages of tummy time you need to know. And there's important stages of tummy time. Are they pressing up? Are they doing what I call pull, push, and fly? Because that's going to help foster proximal joint stability. And that, you have to have gross motor and proximal joint stability on board before you can get fine motor, before the limbs of the tree out here are working. So then later on, you might see this little fiddle fart have difficulty with fine motor control, and in school have trouble writing, holding a pencil, buttoning their buttons, zipping things up, okay? So, yes, we're seeing more and more kiddos struggle with motor, fine and gross motor development, which happens to be the number one predictor of interest in the world of autism. So bottom line is you need to understand what you're looking at, what you're looking for, how to address it, and how to explain it to parents in your office to get them to understand why they need to bring little Johnny, little Susie in every month for a wellness check to make sure that they're developing on par from a neuromotor perspective, free of vertebral subluxations, and what that means to their long-term development. And that's where the Academy of Neurodevelopment Practices had built a beautiful, brilliant Foundations of Neuro Development course that you need to know. You need to know these concrete root steps in order to build what I call a milestone practice, meaning you're seeing those kiddos once or twice a month to check that they're moving through proper progressive motor and neurological milestones to keep them on point so that the long-term trajectory isn't where they need assistance in school, where they're having trouble with learning, attention, behavior, etc. But you need to know how to communicate that to parents in order to build and grow your practice. So join me, join our course. It is the Foundations of Neuro Development. Keyword, foundations. You need to know the fundamental foundations in order to A, turn the tide and turn the trajectory on these neurodevelopmental struggles we're seeing, and B, how to communicate that to parents so that they do bring the little fiddle farts in on a regular basis in order to receive your life-changing care. So scroll down, hit join, let me help you become the go-to pediatric chiropractor in your community, and let's turn the tide. Let's change these numbers for the future of the world.